Why you gotta wait, make your thoughts? Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, come on, come on. Yeah. I see y'all coming in. We got back to the pretty baby. This girl, hit it now. Christio, I see him now. On the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Yeah. On the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Remember on the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. I remember on the King Bill Show. 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 Remember on the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Jesus having that real. What's up? What is that, friend? Alright, it's pipe work party, man. I'll send you on my Instagram today. So paperwork for producer, they like my producer, they on my Instagram, they niggas paperwork and being good, subscribe and hit the like button. I got this content on YouTube, we ain't going to skip it. Shot, big pile of hit the test, tune in, we got to get it. On the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Yeah. On the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Remember on the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Remember on the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Yeah. On the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Remember on the King Bill Show. On the King Bill Show. Paperwork of producer. Paperwork of producer. We sliding like producer. Paperwork of producer. Paperwork of producer. That's on that King Bill Show. Paperwork of producer. My boy King Bill, man. Paperwork of producer. We sliding like producer. Paperwork of producer. Paperwork of producer. That's on that King Bill Show. Lego. Hey, 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 hey. Come one, come all. We're going to do it till the... Well, I can't say that. This is PG section. Hey, y'all, how y'all doing, man? I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. I hope y'all been fruitful in everything that y'all been trying to do. Like you seen the title, Malcom Jamal Me, and why the industry don't want to become exposed. Well, we know it's all about money. So we're going to keep it on that tip. And I'm going to tell y'all a couple of little stories, and I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not going to recant the story about me and Malcom Jamal the night we all hung out. I might tell a little bit about it, but I'm going to tell something about it that has to deal with the whole journey in this whole industry type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a lot of conspiracy stuff that may come out. It's a lot of stuff that may come out regarding the fact that his new journey in life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to put together how the old make the new feel kind of, how the old has something to do with the new. But before I get into that stuff, man, let me address some things like I always do. And these are for just the general people that come out here. Hey, I got that new shipment of my books. here in St. Louis. My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star by, how you do it? By Gene Deal. Is it that way or that way? Is it that way? Is it that way or that way? Which way is it? Is it that way? Yeah, there you go right there. By Gene World. My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. That's my first book. You could go on Amazon and you could see the views on that, and you could see what people has been speaking about and talking about. I wrote it myself. All right. And this is Gene Deal, Life After Death When Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. I finished that last chapter about K. Slay on my third book, which was a mentally difficult chapter for me. You know what I'm saying? It's all the stuff that you go through and you've been through with people. You want to just address it in the proper manner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kim Michelle, I'm here in the Lou. I've been here in the Lou since the second day of June. Damn. No, the second day of July. Sorry about that. Sorry, Kim. Yeah, I've been here. Mr. VIP 317, what Naptown? What state is Naptown? You know, educate me on that one. All right, so now let me educate y'all on some other things. All right, before I get all sidetracked and shit. You know, I'm gonna take this hat off, man. Listen, I need a little cut right now. October 62 gonna look good on me, right? 62 gonna look good on me. Never died nothing. Never died. Never still got my lining. Still got my lining. Never died anything. Awakened Queen, what up, mama? All right. So now the industry is gonna come out right now and it's gonna start doing a whole lot of shit to build up propaganda on a lot of shit that's coming out. Now, with this shit with old boy, that he finna put his PR team to work. He's about to put his PR team to work because see, what happened was is that this is where they went wrong. And this is where they didn't even know the power of the internet. And I'm gonna talk about the puff shit. I'm gonna talk about the industry shit. I'm gonna talk about a whole lot of shit today. You understand? But this is where they went wrong. They said, Puff, ignore Big Gene. Him and D-Rock did that one piece on me that the half a homo tried to say that he was saying something about me or talking about to suck him off or all that other bullshit. You understand? So him and D-Rock did that little shit, but his PR team told him, yo, don't pay that guy no attention. They saying he's a broke this and he's a broke that. But see, what niggas ain't go do, they ain't go check my Social Security credits. I'm happy with the state giving me, you know, $4,600 a month. I'm happy with that. You know, I'll let a nigga know. State give me $4,600 a month. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have retired out and I left 3 years early, I retired out, I would have got $5,200 a month. But I left 3 years early because I said, shit, I can live off $4,600. I'm good. I don't owe a motherfucker nothing. And then what niggas don't know, I was blessed. I was truly blessed. Less than a year later, I was truly blessed. I still got copy. I still got a copy of the check. I still got, you know, God just blessed the shit out of me. You understand? And I was so thankful that I could help other people. That's how good of a blessing it was. But Kim Michelle, I'm 62. You talking about 65. I'm good. Don't give me 65, baby. I got a couple more years for that. So now I'm still good with that. And then I was blessed for getting retirement insurance because I was injured. So that builds the check up even more. So when you people on the internet tell me that, yo, get a job, is you out your rabbit ass mind? For what? For what? My books are selling. You can cash out Big Gene 52 or Big Gene 10, $60 for up until August the 18th. When the third book drop, everything is going to be the same price. 50 a watt. The third book's supposed to drop around August. When the third book's drop, I'm going right back up at 50 a pop, signed books. Up until August the 18th, and that's my grandfather's birthday. It's going to be you get 2 for 60. And I mail them shipping and handling in the whole 9 yards. Or you could go on Amazon and get it from Amazon. But I don't know what these motherfuckers talking about to work. Now, anybody who come and see Big Gene, I told y'all from Jump Street that I was here to do what I was here to do. And y'all know what that was. To get at this nigga, to make sure that y'all don't believe the bullshit that he was trying to put out here. And it did. And it wasn't mine. It wasn't me. I was just an instrument. God just used me in the manner in which you people and the people out there everywhere could say, yo, it's some truth to what old boy's saying. Then shit just started happening. So his PR team told him, oh, don't worry about it. It'll die down. It'll go away. People will get tired of it, which we as people get tired of a lot of shit. And I understand that. But I talk about what I know. I talk about what I saw. And I talk about what has been given to me. When somebody give me information, I don't claim that information to be mine. I wish a lot of these podcasters out here and these people who do interviews would ask the person that they interviewing, so how do you know that? Where do you get that information from? That would shut down a whole lot of shit. Let me get this right here. Let's hope. Gene, the word is off. What, kidder? Our women are against the men, but the men have to step up our game in terms of home ownership. Yes, let's hope that's kind of off the subject what I'm talking about, but thank you very much. Yeah, I'm owning this big motherfucker here that I can't say stepmom. My mom's left me because my pops died. My brother died. She didn't want to be in here no more. 7-bedroom right here on the north side. And it's on a half-acre land. And the fucking tornado fucked up the top of it, the outside, and shook the house pretty bad. I'm gonna need about 100,000, and if I don't get it in 3 months, I'm gonna abandon this because I'm not gonna put no money out on it like that. It's livable right now, but it's fucked up. So if I sell the house in New York, but Nobody wants to come to St. Louis but me. My daughters, them not going to visit here. You understand? They don't like St. Louis. They East Coast girls, so you know, they don't know the joy of coming out to the Midwest and having fun. And you ain't got to run and duck and hide all up in the clubs and shit like that. You know what I mean? So they East Coast girls. Oh, shout out to Doris. It's her birthday week. It was her birthday yesterday. She probably mad at me because I didn't say happy birthday, I don't think. Or I did say happy birthday or asked her what she was doing for her birthday. But anyway, happy birthday, belated birthday, Doris. Jazzy on that game. Who's that? Jazz on Nat Game. So that's actually the abbreviation for Jong. Jong is a member, y'all. Jazz on Not Game. Jazz on Not Game. Jones is a member, y'all. Jazz on Not Game. Jazz on Not Game. Jones is a member, y'all. Jazz on That Game. Jazz on That Game. Jones is a member, y'all. Jazz on Not Game. Joan, thank you for your membership to the Gene Deal Show. Appreciate you. Hey, Libra Queen. She out there working for Big Gene. Yeah, my birthday is in October. Oh, you saying, Larry, you must know Doris is a doll because he said, well, happy birthday. Shout out to my bodyguard. Shout out to the paper clips. Shout out to everybody, the dealers out there. So now, they PR team fucked them up like, yo, it'll go away. They didn't know that Big Gene was going to be persistent and going to keep on no matter what anybody say. Because when you do the right thing and you go through the right channels and you do shit that real men do, you don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you try to get in contact with somebody, when you try to make them known that, yo, listen to me, we need to talk down because what you're doing and what you're saying ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up for that. You understand? Wait till these same gang niggas start talking. Wait till the real niggas who's around all the time tone wop. Wait if Rick Dawg. Wait if Tab. You understand? Wait if Buddha. Niggas who's around all the time. Wait for them to start talking. If they ever get a platform or somebody bring them on a platform, Mike Cognum, and they start talking and tell the truth, you'll see everything that Gene Deal told you was the motherfucking truth. Everything. Not these niggas who sitting out here trying to portray something like they was somewhere, like they did something, like they signed some paperwork for an event for the same game. Like they did, you know, like they bought some shit for the same game to do an event. I'm talking about the niggas who would put up their money, the niggas who would be there from start to finish. So now they publicists. They publicists led this nigga wrong. And now Gene Deal got a voice, whereas that other contents creators are making him their content. At first I came out, motherfuckers wasn't saying a goddamn thing about Gene, but he was broke. And they found out that wasn't true. Then niggas wasn't saying a goddamn thing about Gene, talking about, oh, this bodyguard ain't had a job. Nigga, he retired. And how can I find out about Future Shock? I had heard about them in the early 80s. Philip Haynes. Let's hope. Philip Haynes was the one who started Future Shock. It was me, Philip Haynes, and Daryl. What was Daryl? I don't know, Daryl Keith, something like that. Daryl Keith left Future Shock and started Dynamite Disco in U City. And Cedric Malone. It was Cedric Malone, DK the DJ. That was Daryl. I think Daryl Keith or something like that. Philip Haynes and myself. That was Future Shock. Philip Haynes was nice. Philip Haynes was nice. Shock. Get her ready to rock. Shock. Get her ready to roll. You say shock. Get her ready to rock. Shock. Get ready to roll. I say ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Don't nobody do it like the two of us. Get off. Skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet, skeet. Get off. Yo. Yo, Phil used to rock. Yo, he used to do his motherfucking thing. Let's hope. Thank you for that memory. But I ain't talking about that right now. So now, Gene Deal got a voice now. Gene Deal go everywhere. A lot of people know him and everything like that. But I ain't in it for that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. On the for real. Interviews for the 535 people in here. You understand? I probably got 135 motherfuckers that's listening to me that want to hear what I got to say and not go do content. We got like probably 300 and some here that's listening so they can go do content. Well, whatever the case may be, let me tell you this. When I sit down to do an interview, that's because somebody that gave me their currency, somebody that gave me their time and say, yo, answer these questions. Now, I got 2 books right here. They got my life in it. I've had a situation tonight. I had a situation with Big L. Ain't nobody asked me about Big L, and Big L was one of the hottest niggas in Harlem. It's a few people that asked me about the Mace situation. Nobody asked me about Fat Joe, Papoose. When Fat Joe wanted to do some harm to Papoose, he called me. Yo, Big Gene, Pap is da-da-da-da-da. That was back in the day at BET. Pap is da-da-da-da. Because Pap is like me to a certain degree. Wherever he see you at, if he got a problem with you, he gonna solve the problem. He don't give a fuck. That's how he was back in the day. He done matured, got into business. He's a different man now. I'm kind of different too, but to a certain extent. You still got to get it. That's you still go get it. Now, Fat Joe called me. I called K. I say, yo, K, you got to handle this. Blase this, that, and the third. Call Pap. Whoop de whoop. Joe said he couldn't get in touch with you. So he called me. Blase. Whoop de whoop. What's this right here? Hey, Christio, what's going on? Diddy. Let me post that Diddy right there. Diddy saying some stuff. Let me say what she did. Diddy. Oh, sorry about this, sir. Diddy. Right on, Big Gene. Don't back down. Keep preaching the truth, no matter who don't like it. We got a lot of people who has the power and make a difference to our people, but they don't care. Now, I wouldn't say, yo, Diddy, let me just say this, bro. I wouldn't say that they don't care, Diddy. You know what I'll say? I'll say this, Diddy, that some people don't have the avenue and they can't afford to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if they say something, Diddy, you know, it could be because of fiducial reason. It's because that they got certain relationships with certain people, or they might be afraid that something might happen to them. You understand? So my whole thing about this, Diddy, is that I'm a different breed. I know God ain't finished with me yet. I don't care what another motherfucker say because what he eat don't make me shit. So I'm gonna continue to say what I want to say, and niggas tell me, yo, move on, nigga. You can't bring back none of the people that you hurt. None of the people that you said, and they tell me, yo, Gene, get over it, get over nothing. I'm good. Shit. I eat some of the best food. I go to some of the best places. I still go to my hood places too. I wear damn good clothes. And when people need me, I'm there for them if I can be. So worry about yourself. I'm good. I'm good. I'm graying gracefully. I'm getting old gracefully. Yeah, Renee Rod. Ms. Raj. Hey, Renee. Yeah, Ms. Raj. Yeah, they talking about get over this. Get over what? Don't think that God ain't finished with him yet, bruh. But let me finish getting on with this. Y'all heard about what Unique said, that I was the one that when Dougie Fresh came, I was the one who called him. When niggas had told Dougie Fresh that Unique put $10,000 on his head, which Unique said wasn't true. I don't know, but Unique said it wasn't true. I called Unique up to have a meeting with Dougie Fresh at the fish store. I did that. When them niggas was gonna come after 50 Cent, I called 50 Cent up and warned him. I'm saying this to say this. It was a lot of shit back in the day that came through Harlem. And I knew about it. And I opened up my mouth when I felt it was time to open up my mouth about it. I've lost more friends or associates from coming out and letting everybody know on the internet how this crumb ass nigga was and what he did and what he said to people mamas than anything. And good friends. And most of them was women. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm not mad about that. Because they'll never understand. A lot of people will never understand and would never ever have done what I did. And it's not because, man, hey, yo, that nigga just talking, that nigga just what you call like that. Nigga, I went through every step. I went through every step but write you a motherfucking letter. If I let your best friend know we need to sit down and have a talk, if I called you on your phone and let you say we had to sit down and we had to talk, if I told somebody to tell you and they told you and I know they told you and they got you on the other line but you refused to come on the line and talk, then what? I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to shut up. It's a God blessing that the internet have been going on since 2010. That's when I heard it came up. I mean, not the internet, the YouTube shit. It had been going on since 2010. Did you hear Roger Bond say, yo, Gene, when Vlad tried to, like, yo, you know, Gene just coming out of this, he said, nah, Gene been talking about that shit since 2007, 2008. That's when he came home, I think. That's when he came home and he heard about it. But I've been saying the same motherfucking shit, talking the same shit since 1997 when I sat down there and told Big's mom everything. So niggas could talk all that. Nigga, I was working for this. These niggas was still calling me and I told Big Mama all that shit. Because that's when they do. They use you and they need you until they can find somebody to replace you that can at least help them get through the shit that they had to get through. I had a lot of friends. I got a lot of people that love me. And they knew that. You say, somebody says, well, I was talking about before. See, here goes Chevron TV. Chevron TV always got to be old, smart, educated. Chevron TV will straighten your ass out in a minute. Hold on, Chevron TV. Chevron TV will straighten your ass out in a minute. Yo, hold on, Chevron TV. Let me see what Chevron TV said, y'all. Look at this. Chevron, this is Chevron TV. YouTube officially launched on February 14, 2005. I was on it. Y'all got that from Chevron TV. I ain't know shit about YouTube. I didn't even know it was a fucking YouTube channel until February, what was it? 2018. When MREC and motherfucking Wisdom Clear told me about some YouTube. I ain't know shit about it. Hold on, yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. So now let's get to this other stuff, bro. I did a whole lot of things and I know a whole lot of secrets. I know there's a whole lot of secrets from the streets. Well, let me get to this right here. I know a whole lot of secrets from the streets. I know a whole lot of secrets in the industry. I was the one that told y'all that DMX probably would be alive today if they would have took him straight to the hospital instead of taking him home. How I know? I was with K Slade when he got the phone call. They told him, and he was like, "Yo, these niggas just killed DMX, bro." God bless and God love you, brother. Gene, you're dearly beloved, brother, in Christ, and your family and everyone all over God's world. You are truly one of God's messengers. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, George Gagnon. Gagnon. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. I didn't even know that every time somebody send you those super chats with the $10 that you're supposed to read them out. I didn't know that. I'm learning this shit. I'm glad you got Chevron TV. I'm glad you got what you call that? I'm glad you have some humor behind that, bro. I appreciate that, man. I don't mean to come out on you. I want a signed bottle of your bourbon, but I'm in South Carolina. They're gonna be able to give you a signed bottle when I get back to New York. I supposed to be going to the plant in Philly, and we supposed to be doing a big show where they walk around and I show how they make it and everything like that. And then I'll be working there all day, signing the first 1,000 bottles. Ma at Sutina. Thank you for that $20. She said, "Hey, Gene, thank you for that super chat." Claudia B said, "I'm 61 and I just retired." Claudia B, I retired when I was 55, 54 going on 55. I had to wait till after October to get my first check. Thanks, Chevron. Appreciate that. He said, Chevron TV said, "I'm a straight and thorough dude. I don't get offended easily. All good always." He hit me with the bass voice. He hit me with the what's it what's they call it? Barry White voice. Yo, I'm a masculine straight dude. Thorough dude. I don't get offended easily. All good. So now what's gonna happen, y'all? Holly Weird and the music industry is gonna pay these what you call these motherfuckers? The some podcasters, they're gonna pay some of these publicist companies, these news outlets, they're gonna pay them to straighten out a lot of this shit that has been hitting the airways. And Faxo 92 says they always like to hear me talk. All right, cool. So I guess you're listening. All right. I'm trying to get this off the channel. How do I get this off? How do I get it off? Look at Claudia B. I'm trying to get this thing clear from off the stage. so I can see my face. How do I do that? Well, anyway. I don't want to put nothing up there. I'm good. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to clear this thing out. Hey, Miss Gladden. Are you from St. Louis? Because I know a lot of Gladdens in St. Louis. Well, how do I do this, y'all? No, I don't want to do that. Do I hit it? No, no, I don't hit it. Let me see. Do I put the banner? Okay, there you go, right there. Thank you. So now they're gonna be paying their publicists, especially that Diddy camp. They're gonna be paying their publicists and the people like that to try to do this campaign like, oh, everybody was lying on them, wasn't no truth. I'm a sue here, I'm a sue there. All that shit is just gonna be just some flag shit because to throw up the flag, like the rescue flag and shit like that, to see who gonna bite that shit. But everybody know that that shit existed and that shit happened. They know it happened and it existed. Just for instance, y'all seen this whole thing about this guy Corey. Got out here and said, yo, I seen the tapes. I had the tapes. I saw him do that. I saw underage kids at this freak off. I seen that. Whether it's true or not, whether he's lying or not, the federal government never brought him up on charges for testifying at a grand jury hearing and lying. Think about that. I want you to think about that. I want you to really look at that. I want you to really think about that. Committing perjury at a grand jury hearing. Because he talked to the grand jury first. The second time, he said he wanted to revoke his Fifth Amendment right, which he really didn't have to because he didn't do it at the first time. They could have still brought his ass in if they didn't want us to know. Yo, let me just tell y'all something, man. Suge Knight spilled the beans for me long time ago. And I ain't never talked to Suge personally or none of that shit. I told you the situation in which I had with Suge 3 times. We was in Louisiana. We was with Puff was finna talk to he was trying to get at Mariah Carey. And I had to grab her brother. Yo, let them chill, bro. But Mariah Carey brother probably knew more than I knew at the time. I ain't let my sister chill with that nasty motherfucker. So now, Suge Knight said Universal gave that nigga Puff $10 million twice for 2 failed projects. When the people with the Universal, over that Universal was the same people who financed Jeffrey Epstein. Tell me if I'm saying something wrong. Tell me if I'm saying something I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're going to do damage control. The same people who was financing Jeffrey Epstein. Universal. The people who run Universal allegedly were the same people who gave Puff two $10 million contracts for two failed products. Check this out, y'all. These people, Jeffrey Epstein, people like Puff, they all work for the government. They work for a certain branch of the government. And do government agents go to jail sometimes? Yes, they do. All this shit is a facade, y'all. If y'all can believe it or whatever y'all want to. Because you don't get away with do the shit that you're doing and shit that's straight elementary. They did not know. They didn't know that those guns was going to be in there when they got them. They didn't know that. They didn't know that. They thought this nigga was smarter than that. Anybody in law enforcement know. If you ask any prosecutor in the state level, anybody on the street, that's the first. If they would have ran in your motherfucking house and then you would have had those guns in your house, you would have been charged with them shits. George Gagnon, super chat. The bottom line is everyone, and I mean everyone, Brother G, you are up against or part of the Freemason, aka Illuminati, aka Devil's statistic sets. I can't really even say the word. The devil, Satanist, goes to the top elite. George the Antichrist Soros. Yeah, should hear some of the shit he said. Satanic. The devil's satanic. You're right, sir. Appreciate that, George. Hey, honey butter. Hey, honey butter say fake news is out here. See. So now you can't tell me that if people have said and know that they were freak out and they was hiding and running and doing all this other type of shit, that there was no freak offs. Let me tell you what these publicists are going to do. They're gonna set up this. They're gonna set up this whole thing. I'm gonna let y'all know right there. They're gonna set up this whole thing and doing damage control. They're gonna try to do dudes on the internet. They're gonna hire podcasters to go out and say how they knew it wasn't a RICO and how that the government was only trying to get this dude because he was a black man, and how that because he was going against the establishment, that's why they came after him. First and foremost, man, let me just put y'all up on game if y'all don't know this. Hollywood and the government is all in one, because Hollywood has done some shit that the government knew was racist all along with the whole Disney shit, and they let them do it. The government has not ever been for our people. It's been for the government, which is our people who form a more perfect union themselves, the Republicans and the Democrats. They for themselves. They work for big business. The United States is a business. They work for big business. They did that whole thing. And y'all go check out that Art of Dialogue, man. I'm dropping some jewels on that shit. People gonna try to hate and say this, that, and the third. I told Art, I just give him an interview. I won't do no interviews with nobody else doing the whole Diddy trial. People was calling me. I was turning down the money because I gave him my word. These people like Diddy, Epstein, they work for government agencies. They put them in places to make a whole lot of money so they could appear to run this facade on us. They want to run this facade on us. They want to keep us in the dark and make it things like, yo, he made this money, all this money and stuff like this off of liquor, off of marketing, off of promotion and everything like that. And it just as well he did. But they said, but what did they do? You see what they did? They said, we're going to take every dime of it back. because you start flipping on us. You start flipping on us. We didn't want to put you here. We want you to get all this tapes, all this information on these politicians, on these music people, on these executives. That's what you're here for. Then you're trying to be like Tupac now. You want to make Tupac quotes. Now, let us show you. And that's what they did. I could say this now. Mama Daggett. Mama Daggett. Yeah, no, I don't expect everybody to agree with me, but I know this for a fact that Diageo publicists and they people with that does their advertising, they people, the spokespeople, their legal team went after this dude. And like I was speaking about little Chris, little Chris Wallace, CJ, they did the same thing to Puff. They had a morality clause. And because he's been charged with about a federal government and about to be sentenced to whatever it is, he breaks that morality clause. That morality clause just didn't cost him $1.2 billion, close to, or even over that. But they don't have to pay him. And good. Should have paid your artist. Should have paid Miss Wallace. You should have paid Wolf and his mother. You should have paid the motherfuckers that you were supposed to pay. Now you see how I feel? They beat you at your own game. Paperwork. Having the paperwork. Have it written in the contract. Nah, motherfucker. They couldn't have paid him everything. Hold up. So, Gene, you're making this shit up. Go look at it. So since I'm making it up, man, you know what I mean? Thanks for your comment. Appreciate you. It's the way you say shit to a grown man. They didn't pay him everything. All right. Yeah, I spoke about that big Dindy Piccola. I spoke about that too on that Art of Dialogue. If he play it, y'all got to realize I answer the questions. I answer the questions based on my feelings. I answer questions based on any knowledge I have about the situation. Let me see what you're saying right here. Lots of Tatiano D. Saparaz. I'm just gonna call you Tatiana. She's saying D. Saparaz. You a surprise? Lots of love and respect from Portugal. Lesbon? I don't know, Tatiana. Y'all see that in the chat? I don't know how to put it up on the screen. Yeah, it's Faith got that $150 million check. Faith got that $150 million check. I wish I had the Diddy list. Y'all would have sure got it. Stevie J might come out. Her and that dude might come out and what's his name? Who's married before Stevie J married Faith? They both might come out and sue Faith. Now she got 150 something million. Make up some kind of shit. She strung me out on coke. What? I never tried that before her. You know, you can sue a ham sandwich. They might sue on anything. She got the 155 million, 150 million. Shit. Oh well. I appreciate that, man. But y'all got to realize an interview is just an interview. I go on interviews because people pay me to come in and ask questions. Motherfuckers say, I'm talking, you wish you had that job. You wish you had that extra side money or whatever like that. Because I don't do this shit for free. For nobody. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry, you know, you can say what you say. The cameraman getting paid, the producer getting paid, you understand? you gonna get paid off this interview until as long as you got it up on YouTube or whatever platform you put it on. Nigga, I should get paid too. And people got a problem. We sitting down there talking, and people ask me for knowledge and things that I know. Sometimes my expertise or whatever they want to know. I've had some great interviews, but mostly they came from overseas. Other than this Danza podcast, the Danza podcast got into a little bit about me, and I got a lot of respect for those brothers down there. If you want to see a great interview about me, you know what I'm saying, go to the Danza podcast. A lot of people, you know, they want to hear other things and they want to hear what they think the audience want to hear. So they ask me these fucking Diddy questions. Nigga, I'm not going to stop answering. And when they stop paying for them, shit, I'm going to stop talking about it. Other than when you come to the Gene Deal show. So for all the people that don't like it, in the infamous words of Gene Deal, fuck you and feed you beans. Now, to get back to this shit, they going to work real hard. These publicists, these podcasters, all these other people. So whoever talked about Diddy, from Tisa Tales, from me to Jaguar, to anybody who stood on their truth about this shit, they're going to come at him. I don't give a fuck. Sody 54, what up? If you want to know the story, go get the book. See, people don't understand the dynamics of reading sometimes, because you get more information out of it instead of just listen to what somebody say and see the half of the shit. Life After Death from Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. My World of Bodyguard and a Hip Hop Star. And let me just tell some of these people out here. I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. Whether you trust it, like that's going to be, oh, I don't trust you. You did this, you did that. I just got a motherfucker tell you, I don't trust you. You went back to work for Puff in 99 at the Big Doc. What I give a fuck about how you feel? Nigga, me giving a fuck how you feel ain't gonna never feed me or put no bread in my motherfucking house, no milk in my refrigerator, none of that. You emotional ass, bitch ass niggas sitting up here talking about, yo, how you feel? How the motherfuckers that you take care of feel. That's what you need to worry about. Not how I feel. My brother said, yo, nigga, you got to do this shit for fun. And he right. If you not on this motherfucker for fun, and it may bring you some financial income, something's really wrong with you. Because you can't be on this motherfucker serious unless you got a real podcast show. And I don't think if you ain't got no major sponsors, if you don't have if you're not making anywhere from 10 to 50,000 a month on this shit should be for fun and games. Knowledge that you want to give somebody or whatever. You can't take this shit serious. Now, let me tell you about this shit, man. It was a lot of kids in Hollywood back in the 90s and the 80s and probably in the 70s. But I know when Corey Feldman, who's some of those guys' name? Hold on. Let me see. And I want y'all to help me with this. When Alex went to Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, a lot of those child stars came out and say how they were molested by producers and directors in Hollywood, allegedly. The same shit was happening in the music business. Kid stars, especially in the age range from 11, so probably not around there, up until they got into 13, 14, 15 years old, when they start feeling different, knowing better. A lot of those kid stars was molested in the industry. And who's to say that it didn't happen? It didn't happen against to black kids also that was in the industry. Look at Good Times. You ain't think Michael was a little, what's M-Rec word, spooky? Am I saying something wrong? Look at Todd Bridges. Somebody got some other names that were black teenage kid star? Renee Rogers said Corey told that. Lisa Bonet, she's a woman. She's a girl, but she could be molested too. Orlando Brown. Orlando has said some things. Was Gary Coleman? I don't know. Well, these are names. Now, I hung out with Theo before. I said Theo. Malcom Jamal. Malcom Jamal. I hung out with him before. It was Derek Chill. We call him, Chill Will. It was Derek. It was Alan Payne, Jeff Dixon, G, Gary, Slick, Noah, me, Sean. Who else? We always start our shit at the game room, hanging out, drinking, having fun, joking, talking shit. Then we went to this other party. And I told this story before. So now nobody can say, yo, this nigga did like that. And I'm not going to speak on that. I'm going to speak on the behavior of a man around other men. And it's just certain shit, unless you are used to doing it, that you do. And I'm just going to say, we was around a lot of working women at this particular party. And when certain men have certain status, they are to conduct themselves in a certain way, I believe. But when somebody I look at that has been abused or been in certain environments, they're not promiscuous. Promiscuous? Promiscuous. I have a hard time saying that word. When they get in certain environments with other men, when women are there, it's certain things that you're not going to do if you a boss nigga in front of other dudes. I don't give a shit how fine the girl is or not. I thought that there was a problem. I thought that there might have been an issue with little Theo one night that we was all hanging out. Like I say, it was Alan Payne, Chill Will, Derek, okay, Jeff, G, Slick, Noah, Sean, and myself. And when I say that I was shocked by little Theo, I was shocked. But I look back on it now, and I believe that it was probably because his experiences in Hollywood. It was probably his experiences around the parties and the people he was in Hollywood that he thought it was all right to conduct himself in the manner in which he conducted himself around some dudes like us. And that's because Hollywood ain't never been right. Hollywood ain't never been right. And we got to understand when they trying to come back and get right with us, we don't allow it. We want the truth, nothing but the truth. We want real dudes that's going to stand on principle. Carla Townsend. Hey, Big Gene, you only speak the truth all the way from St. Louis. Much love and respect. Hey, Carla Townsend. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate you. Really appreciate you. They say put my Cash App out. Let me see. Where's my Cash App? Banners. We don't put my Cash App up. They don't never send me a damn thing. Not this month. You know, sometime. Miss Bessie. So I got a few people that's steady, and I appreciate them. You know. Yeah. And yo, and shout out for Wavy Boy. Yo, that nigga be having me dying. Do y'all be checking out Wavy Boy content? Yo, Wavy Boy be putting shit on the internet. I'm gonna see if y'all see this. My name is Jesus, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to feel my breath. Yo, he be. I gotta do this one more time. Let's do this one more time, Wavy Boy. Wavy Boy. My name is Jesus, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to feel my breath. One more time for Wavy Boy. My name is Jesus, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to feel my breath. That boy there, a genius. Oh my God! Thank you for the Cash App, Paula Laverne DeRosia. Thank you for the Cash App, Paula. Appreciate you, Mama. They made me work hard for that one. Yeah, man. So I'm out here in St. Louis. I'm gonna be here for another couple of weeks, trying to do this assessment. I'm gonna need about 45 to about 100,000, bro. And you got to realize is this neighborhood is coming back because I see other people I never saw before buying property. So it's coming back because these are those brick queen big houses. I told you we got 7 bedrooms in this motherfucker with 1 bath. And I'm going to pray on it. And I'm going to get that 100 racks to get this shit mean like I want it and get it done like it need to be done. But to get back to what I'm saying about that whole thing, Sage None. Thank you for that Cash App, Sage None. Is that based on what I've known as being an investigator for child abuse, what I've known for being a parole officer and working alongside the sex abuse unit, is that something may have happened to this kid as being a child star that thought it was all right for him to do some of the things that he did. And he didn't do it with no man, he did it with a woman, but the fact of the matter, he felt free to do it. And I'm just saying, behavior has a lot to do with your behavior in the past, have a lot to do with how you live in the future. If you were drinking and you was an alcoholic and you was smoking, if you don't change that shit when you get older, because you can't do all the same things you used to do when you was younger. Like I see, if a nigga 60, 70 years, 60, 50 years old, from he club hopping, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, if you go into a lounge, a cigar bar, and you chilling with grown folks, stuff like that, no, that's cool. But when you in your 60s and shit like that, nigga, find you a church, find you a mosque. Find you a cigar bar. Find you something that you could chill at. Go to wine tasting things. Go to different events. You don't run to the club. So I hope that his death was an accident. I hope that his death, and I'm talking about Jamal Warner, wasn't have anything to do with his past history. Because I know a lot of people was telling me that he changed. He stopped the drinking. He stopped the doing the crazy shit that he was known for while he was in Hollywood. And I pray that that was true. And I'm glad I had an opportunity to chill and meet with Lil Theo, because he was always all of ours. You know, for him to be on the Cosby Show and he was around our age and shit like that, you know, I had him about what 6 to 8 years, but still to see him grow up on the Cosby Show and see some of the things that we saw, it was belief that it could have happened to any one of us if we had inspired to be on television or anything like that. He even had my little man on there, Troy Wimbush, the one I told to go out to Hollywood. Troy Wimbush even played a character on The Huxtable as one of Theo's friends. Yo, I've done a lot of shit in this business. And I thank God for meeting a lot of people that I've met. But one situation, one story, one person don't make who you are as a man. I'm glad to continue to have these opportunities. Who's that right there? He died in the rip current. That's what they said. But then they said they rescued him. How you rescue somebody if he was dead? That's what they said. Or it was so bad they rescued him and he died after he succumbed his injuries. Yeah, I think the Fresh Prince got caught up when he had his show. Somebody asked me, did I think Will Smith get caught up when he had his show? Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, we know that they've been lying about Little Theo because, or Jamal Warner, because I've had friends that been to Costa Rica and they've been on that beach before. Everybody and their mama got their camera. Why is there no camera footage that we know of? Why is there? Now they say his daughter was with him, so it's a lot of shit that we could say why to. Nobody had their camera. RVA Reva said that Reva said they say they father in the rip current. I don't fuck around, man. When I go on vacation and I'm around by the ocean now, the age I am right now, shit. Put my feet in the sand water and that's it. Go to the pool. I go to the sprinklers. I don't even do the big pool no more. Do the sprinklers. Fuck out of here. I am not playing, though. Listen, accident can happen anywhere. You can get it anywhere. Anybody can get done anywhere. That's why you got to keep your head on the swivel and you got to always prepare for the worst. And it's hard and it's fucked up that we got to live that way. But I ain't in my house. I ain't in my backyard. Nigga, I'm on the defensive. I'm playing defense, ready to play offense. I'm not playing like that because shit can happen anywhere. So don't, if you see me looking around, you see me looking shit like that, they don't think it ain't nothing personal, bro. I just want to get back home at the end of the day. And I ain't looking for no kiddies because I go to those resorts, it says adults only. But they still had a little kiddie pool there. When I take a cruise, I like to do the cruises that it says adult cruise only. I don't want to hear no hollering kids. That's my preference. That's what I'm paying for. I raised my kids. I like grown folks shit, grown folks places, grown folks food. I do grown folks shit. Peace and tranquility. That's what it is. Look at Miss Acker. Leave them hollering ass kids off. Don't tell me, man, when you get on a plane and a motherfucker can't keep their kid quiet, that don't upset you. That don't make you'll be in the back of that's baby. You the baby sound. That's just like that. Shut that, shut that back. Shut that little put a pacifier, put a titty, a pacifier, put something in their mouth. That's what I want to say. Oh, gee. Oh, my God. Well, it could have been a lifeguard. Look at Monique. Love you, Big Gene. NBC reported lifeguard pulled him from the ocean floor, but now no lifeguard on the beach at the time. Something's off. What they're hiding? I don't know. I don't know what they're hiding. Maybe it was a lifeguard, but wasn't a lifeguard for that beach. Like you really don't. When you're in Costa Rica, they don't know who that little Theo or Theo from the Cosby Show, unless they work for the hotel and somebody told them. I don't know, Monique. King David. Yo, how far you got to be out before you get to a rip current? Oh my God! And I know they say it, but I don't know who told them. They say drowning and in the fire, being burnt in the fire, is the worst death of all. But I was wondering, really, who told them that? Have you ever thought about that? If they say drowning is the worst death of all, or being burnt in the fire is the worst death, who could have told them that? Just something to think about. But anyway, Juanita Noble said the devil. The devil told him. But how far out in the ocean you gotta be for that shit? That shit is crazy, man. I'm just thinking about all the times I was in Cancun and different places, the Bahamas, and I would go out in the ocean. And I got a picture when I threw up the sigh when I was in the ocean. A ripcorn could just rip my fat ass on down. Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, I'm gonna call it like I spoil it. All right, y'all. And y'all understand. We'll be back here at this again at another time. Thank y'all for y'all time. Thank y'all for y'all patience. And I'm gonna be seeing y'all soon. Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Come on, come on. Yeah. Yo, G. I see y'all coming in. We got toxic pretty gangster. This is going on the internet. Lucky Lucky Bill. Christy O. Tom. Oh, they plugged in. I see them now. On the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show. Yeah. On the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show. Remember on the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show. I remember on the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show. Yeah. On the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show. Paperwork for producer, sliding like a producer, sitting looser and looser. Exclusive for loose, they on my Instagram, and they make paperwork and jeans. On the Team Bill Show. On the Team Bill Show.